Onana has been slated by Erik ten Hag, and obviously we're here to bring you the latest news and information about Manchester United. We come in late, but we worked until almost in the morning, and that's why we are back to obviously present you the best that you guys really want onto this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're already watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokan David is my name. In this mix, Erik ten Hag goes ahead to obviously tell Casemiro what he has to be doing and what he hasn't been doing. The Casemiro leadership has been fueled by Erik ten Hag. And lastly, Facundo Pellistri, one of the players that Bruno Fernandes has gone ahead to hail left, right, and center. Now, where should we start from? Let's thank God for the gift of life and keeping us alive. And the Muslims, we thank Allah for the gift of life and everything He's gone ahead to be doing for you. Now, let's start it off with Ten Hag onto the reaction of Onana. Remember, Onana went ahead to own his mistake and he said he's the problem as to why the team really went ahead to concede. And he said very clear, the team was good, we didn't win the game because of me. And Onana went ahead to obviously take take the blame. I really understand why he takes the blame, because that first goal we concede, obviously all 100% deteriorizes the plan of Manchester United on the night. That is it. The plan of United on the night was obviously punched through, all punctured because of that goal that we conceded by the team of Bayern Munich. And it's so to it that we gave away more 3 goals more easily. But Erik ten Hag has also gone ahead to obviously tell us that it's good that Onana is taking responsibility, but it's about the team. We bounce back as a team. Now, Ten Hag has gone ahead to accept Onana's apology, and obviously that is one of the things that any manager has to do. And for the very first time, we are having a player who has gone ahead to own his mistakes in the club of Manchester United. Even the captain, the previous captain of Manchester United, Harry Maguire, couldn't own up his mistakes. That is the problem. And he has on several occasions coming through and obviously not accepted, the mistake. And his statement has always been, I have nothing to prove at the club of Manchester United. And amongst all people that you are having captaining your side, how could that be your captain? Because he has nothing to prove at the club of Manchester United. That is very, very weird to have him leading the group. But if at all we are having new players that will be coming in through and owning their mistakes, then even the manager won't have a burden to obviously coming through and defend these players. I read a story that on Saturday, after losing 3-1 to Brighton, the players were happy because the manager never went ahead and obviously exposed them in the media. He defended them and they are really happy. So time has come for every player to own his mistake. Like, you post on social media after doing something great and leading United to win, we want you to come out and do what Onana is going to have to do. If you cannot do it in a straight interview, you have social media platforms, Instagram, X, TikTok and so much and so more, and you people apologize. Put your apologies there such that you'll know that every time you cost the team, you are going to be answerable for the costings you're going to have to put our team on. So I like that Onana apology in public, but he needs to obviously come in through and obviously do the needful and get to the levels where he deserves to be as a goalkeeper, because at United we don't do mistakes. All we do is consistency, and the best way to say sorry in life is not doing the same mistake again. That's what I'm really talking about, and I hope most of you will agree with me that the best way to say sorry is by obviously not doing the same thing again and again and again. So for Onana, it's good to take that responsibility, and Ten Hag is going to have to accept his apology. But Ten Hag is going to talk about, but it's about a team. We bounce back as a team, right? There is something that Ten Hag really went ahead to say about why would we allow Leroy Sane to have a shot at goal in the first instance? That is something that I talked about during my match reaction and the player ratings. You cannot allow a player to obviously take a shot in that position. You can't. You can't allow a player to take a shot there. At least if at all he's taking it, get someone to really destabilize him as he tries to shoot. But Leroy Sane had all the time to take to shoot at our goal at that particular kind of time. You know, that's what Ten Hag is saying, that it's all about the team. Other goals that went in through, because we scored 3, Bayern scored 4. All right, we concede and accept that Andre Onana really was the problem. That's us concede the first goal, 100% admitted and agreed. But what of the next 3 goals that came in through? It was about players of Manchester United capitulating. That is it. They downed tools and we conceded goals more easily. That's why we need to obviously look at this team as a one group. We lose as a team, we win as a team. Because all the games we're going to hate to lose, it's not because Andre Onana is going to hate to cost us on the night or on the day. It's because of our poor defending, because we lack bodies into that central midfield, you know. At the edge of the teenage box area, we don't have a player there. We conceded 3 goals in the game of Brighton because of not having a player next to the D of the teenage box area. You know, look at the first goal we concede. It's because we don't have a player blocking Leroy Sane. The second one, it's because you're not having a player near the D blocking Serge Gnabry. The third goal, it's a penalty, and it's because Eriksen really gives that ball away easily. And the fourth goal, it's because Joshua Kimmich who obviously passes that ball to find that young guy of Bayern Munich scoring a goal, not being marked in the central axis. So it shows you how ugly our team really defends, and we need to obviously come in through and defend better, because the back four was fine, but the midfield has gone ahead to let United down in all of these games. We need to get back our grip and see to it that the team of Manchester United really gets better and better and better. Now, Ten Hag has gone ahead to say the following on Casemiro. He's the one I've just mentioned. You have to stay in the game. You have to show the leadership in those moments when the team has difficult moments, difficult occasions, and we have to survive. All the players can be with him. He shows the example, and he went ahead to score 2 goals. This is what Ten Hag was obviously talking about, and the only way that can you be a leader is by obviously leading by example. And yesterday, Casemiro showed us that he could play passes from the deep of the midfield, and when these players couldn't score, Casemiro took on the obligation to make it count for Manchester United, and he scored a brace for the club of Manchester United. It shows you the quality of this player and this Brazilian known as Casemiro. This is whenever it matters most, he obviously shows up, especially in the game of Bayern Munich. He knows what the Champions League is all about, and he took his mentor and he fought back in a way that obviously never got us a result, because we were so much porous and we let in very many goals. Now, I think it's not all about Casemiro. Rashford for the years has been at Manchester United. For the Champions League that's going to hate to play and the goals that's going to hate to score, I think he should find himself in a position of really being like a Casemiro. And secondly, the amount of money he earns, he should act like a Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes, in big games like this is where we need to see him acting up like a player who has been at Manchester United since 2020. You know, he's playing his 3rd or 4th season at Man United, and he needs to obviously show us his potential and quality. That's why for me, United fans will always hate me that I don't believe in Bruno, but there are certain things I don't see in Bruno. There are some ingredients, there are some minerals that are missing in Bruno. When you look at how Odegaard plays that central attack midfield position, it gives us no full control of the game. You know, look at how Kevin De Bruyne does it. You know, Jude Bellingham at Real Madrid. Look at Modric in his prime. You know, Paul Scholes at Manchester United. Those are the players I'm talking about as the number 10s, because they've gone ahead to do loads and lots of things that the world will always not even look at and obviously accept. But Bruno Fernandes, he has some good stats. He runs around well, but I don't see him as that number 10 that will always work in at the club of Manchester United, because he lacks ingredients like controlling the game. He's sloppy and sluggish, he's childish, that is being petulant. So a lot has not gone ahead to grow in him. Amidst him being given the armband of Manchester United to be the captain of the club, he has found himself in a position where the world has seen him as a leader, but his qualities are really rich, but he has not gone ahead obviously execute them, because yesterday the fourth goal we conceded is because of Bruno giving away a sloppy, sluggish pass, and he had some distance to cover. So I think it's not only to a player of Casemiro, but even Bruno, he should take the concern and keep going in there for you. Now, Bruno Fernandes had something to say about Facundo Pellistri, and he said the following, that Pellistri is one of the players that deserves his chance and deserves a lot of credit for everything he has done for the team. He's someone who is always available, always training hard, and someone who deserves his chance. So yesterday Pellistri played some good minutes, like 70, and Ten Hag took him off for Anton Martial, I think, and Garnacho. That is Facundo Pellistri for you. I think it was a game that was so huge for his brain, but what he did was to put in some good performances. I saw him run at these players and obviously win lots of duels for the club of Manchester United, and being press resistant, not losing the ball every time we needed to keep it. That is Facundo Pellistri for you, and he put in a shift that everyone doesn't really doubt. But Fernandes is talking about him getting his chance. Obviously, towards this game, I mentioned that if Ten Hag trusts Facundo Pellistri to the fullest and denied him a loan out of Manchester United, then this is the game Ten Hag is supposed to give Facundo Pellistri to play. And he went ahead to obviously give him that game, and Facundo went ahead to play that game very well, and he really won hearts of many. And we know what he does. That is Facundo Pellistri. To me, he's one of the players I really love to the fullest. I love Facundo Pellistri and what he has gone ahead to do for the team of Manchester United and the energies he puts in. He tracks back well, and in the offensive area he gives us a different option altogether. I know it was a hard game. He was really seen on the ball, but that hasn't really taken off his qualities that he showcased while taking on the side of Bayern Munich. And lastly, Bruno Fernandes also came out and said the following, that we want to have everyone back, because the more available, the more options for the manager to decide from. Still, we have the players and we have enough experience and talent to get through this moment, even with all the injured players. That is what he said. So I really agree with him that we are having the quality and we are having the quantity and quality to take us there. And the return of Kobe Menu, Amrabat, Mason Mount, and Varane obviously plays into our hand. See to it that we take this to the next level. And I understand what the captain is talking about, that we should obviously come out and use the injuries as an scapegoat, because last season we were there before and we saw to it that players really came back and obviously did the needful. Garnacho, Eriksson, Donny van de Beek, Rafael Varane, Anton Martial, Marcelo Sabitzer when he's injured, Dalot when he's injured, Casemiro suspended, and we did the needful and obviously went ahead to win those games, and we qualified for the Champions League and won the title in so doing. So that is it for now. What are your thoughts about and Erik ten Hag accepting Onana's apology? What do you make about Facundo Pellistri given his chance, and Casemiro being given a very good hail by the manager Erik ten Hag? I sign out for now. See you later. I cover all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rock and David remains my name. We sign out. The Muslim viewers and subscribers, Barak Lau Fikum. I'm out.